Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the corporate world one SEC filing at a time. Today, we're diving into the world of FTAI Aviation, but don't worry, we won't get lost in the clouds. Instead, we'll see if their latest financial report is soaring high or experiencing a bit of turbulence. FTAI Aviation, based in New York, released its results for the past year, and we're here to break it down in plain English. Forget the jargon, we're focused on what these numbers really mean. The company announced its earnings for the last quarter of 2024 and the entire year. These announcements give investors and the public a snapshot of how the company is doing, if it's making money, and if it's growing. Before we get into the numbers, let's clarify what FTAI is all about. They have different types of stock that are available to the public. The main one is ordinary shares. These are the typical stocks people purchase. They also have preferred shares, which have some extra perks, such as a fixed dividend payment. The symbol FTAI trades on the Nasdaq stock market. Now let's dig into those numbers. FTAI issued a press release summarizing the company's financial results for the quarter and the year. The press release will give us a detailed look into how the company has performed. We'll explore that now. Okay, so what does it all mean? Let's start with the big picture. Was FTAI Aviation profitable? Did they make more money this year compared to last year? These are key questions for investors. Let's talk about the numbers. Remember, we are simplifying things here. Instead of listing every single number, we are going to focus on the important ones and what they tell us about FTAI Aviation. But before we get into it, let's be clear, this report was signed off on by Yoon Angela Nam, Chief Financial Officer and Chief Accounting Officer. Right now, digging into the actual financial data in the release, we can observe the following. I will not be able to point to the scroll tag, as there are no exact figures included in the original document. First, look at revenue. Revenue is the total amount of money the company brought in from its sales and services. If revenue is growing, it means the company is selling more. Next is net income. Net income, also called profit, is what's left over after all the expenses are paid. Now, what about expenses? What does it cost FTAI Aviation to run its business? They have costs like salaries, materials, and marketing. If expenses are rising faster than revenue, that's a red flag. Another important item is cash flow. This tells us how much actual cash the company is generating. A company can look profitable on paper, but if it's not bringing in cash, it's in trouble. Now, what does this all mean for FTAI Aviation? Are they in good shape financially? Are they growing? Are there any red flags that investors should be aware of? Well, we will have to look at the trends from previous years, as we do not have any exact dollar amounts that we can point to in this filing. FTAI Aviation operates in a competitive industry. There are other companies that offer similar services. It's important to see how FTAI Aviation stacks up against its competitors. Are they gaining market share or are they losing ground? Let's think about the risks too. Every company faces risks, and FTAI Aviation is no exception. What are some of the challenges they face? Are there any potential problems on the horizon that could affect their performance? Now, wrapping things up. After analyzing their report, FTAI Aviation appears to be navigating a complex environment. The key thing to watch is whether FTAI Aviation can maintain its growth trajectory. Can they continue to increase revenue and profits? Can they manage their expenses effectively? Can they overcome the challenges they face and capitalize on the opportunities that come their way? If they can execute their strategy effectively, FTAI Aviation could be a good performer for investors. However, if they stumble, there could be trouble ahead, so it's important to do your homework. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Your support helps us bring you more in-depth analyses of corporate filings. Let us know in the comments which company you'd like us to decode next.